This is like making up for all the times I haven't had trouble, except for the full moon ceremony, so I'm fine with spending some time on this. Fine. All it takes is a few bad dodges to throw the game. Well, if you do bad dodges, then you just, you gotta learn the patterns. That's all there is to it. Your health's going down a lot faster now. I feel like you have just a tad bit. Again, if I had more healing items, then I'd be down for this. I really think that's the problem. I don't have enough healing items. Because he's got too much health. It's not even that he has too much health. It's just that his health, in accordance to the healing items I have, is like, there's like a disproportion. That's what it is. Like, if I had just a bit more healing items, I'd be able to win this by now. I just want to make that very clear. Plus, it doesn't matter. This is a really fun fight to learn, so I don't really care. This was really fun to spend like half an hour to fight Shadlard losing. It was like fighting a data battle in Kingdom Hearts 3. Or just a hard mode boss in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Same satisfying kind of feeling. If anything, your health is going down faster. You are doing less damage as well. You are still doing a lot nonetheless. This is what I like about Nightmare. It actually forces me to learn the patterns. Like, I feel like lower difficulties are just like, yeah, you can, like, flash move and guard if you want, but you just play the game and you spam skills, you'll be fine for most of the bosses. Maybe Shadlard's different. Maybe he's hard no matter what difficulty you're on. Who knows? Which, if he is, I'd appreciate that. But, at least the bosses before him, it was I never felt incentivized to learn the patterns. But I want to feel incentivized to learn the patterns, but I never have been. Maybe Shadlard's always difficult on any difficulty, though. You never know. You're gonna go into your stagger phase, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Oh, no, you don't. Nice. That hit me. I don't even know what you did. I don't remember that attack being used. Come on, Shadlard. Nice. I also need to focus, so looking at chat is like nigh impossible while doing this. Like, straight up, I need to be in the mojo, and I need to be in, like, a dodging spree. Oh my goodness, that pierce attack comes out of nowhere every time. It doesn't come out of nowhere. I know when it's coming. It's just really hard to time. That was the wrong potion to use, but whatever. I think not. Oh, now you're in the stun phase. Okay, it's a little later with the, thing in lower difficulties. And for now.
You're finished, Shadowlord.
We're not gonna lose. This ends now.
Yeah, just what Krisha said. Except this is not the final dungeon, so this doesn't really end. Nice, got it. I actually did that. I feel satisfied with my life. Dude, this is like the best boss in the game. Centipede was good, Avella Drago was good, but nothing tops this. This is the best boss in the game. In the freaking game, this is the best boss. I cannot stress that enough. I'm looking for more bosses like this. I wish the game had more bosses that were actually like this, like, you know, you had to actually try. Come on. It's over, Shadlard. I'm sorry, but it's over. It's been really fun to fight for the past half an hour. Give or take. Oh my goodness. Again, if I really had a bit more items, I could probably do that on Nightmare. Like, properly.
He's tough.
For a second there, I thought we were goners.
Now I see how much you have all grown. Adol the Red, and the heroes of the 100 Years' War. You're as strong as I hoped. But I will not surrender. Not in 1,000 years will I give up.
He's not done?
He is even more stubborn than Prado.
Glia must be freed. In the name of my fallen comrades, my friends. For the people whose lives were taken, all because of that war.
What's happening to Shadowlord?
Impossible! Am I a homunculus? It cannot be.
Who isn't a homunculus?
What are you talking about?
It was him. He did this to me.
Who does he mean?
Marius.
I see. I died. Along with every single one of my comrades.
He's an unsaid.
Hold on! We still have questions!
I'm coming. My friends.
He's gone. Shadowlord.
How insipid. I thought I'd watch the performance, but it ended oh so predictably.
Huh? Vesta?
Who?
No matter. My research is at the threshold of completion. It is fortuitous that Shadowlord performed his role sufficiently enough.
Hey, what's your deal showing up and spouting nonsense?
Insolence. Do you have any idea to whom you're speaking?
Who the heck is this guy? Am I supposed to know him? They said Vesta as if I'm supposed to know him. I do not remember this guy.
But of course. I suppose a formal introduction is long overdue. My name is Zola.
Oh, never mind.
I am the one who created you all. The first alchemist.
He's an alchemist?
All of you and this facility are the fruits born from my research, centuries in the making. Of course, the same goes for my adjutants, Shadowlord and Smirnov.
It was you? This whole time?
That's correct. Although this form is but one of many others. I have always been one to exercise prudence.
They're all people we've met before.
Over the past 500 years, I never once revealed my true form to anyone. But I am in good spirits today, and I have a very good reason. Thanks to you, Crimson King and Adol, my Magnum Opus is nearly complete.
It's Mythos!
He's a little boy.
What's this Magnum Opus?
Anemona. The final piece of my research requires someone very special. You.
No. Anemona? Papa. It is you. What?
But I thought he'd be older.
This guy's just a freak.
So your memories have returned. It has been too long, Anemona. And of course, I've been watching all of you very closely too.
No way. He's the one who brought Anemona to life?
The big alchemist, doing whatever he wants no matter the consequences.
I went from I went from like feeling like, oh, I kind of hate this, to liking it and being interested. Now I'm kind of back on hating it. Why did you create us?
It's all for the sake of my research. 500 years in the making. And soon, there will be no need for any of you to fight the Grimwald Nox.
Are you saying...
The curse is going to be broken?
The curse? Ah, I understand. That's how Rosvita described it to you. Or rather, Aprilis, as you all know her. First of all, allow me to express my gratitude to you, Crimson King.
Yeah, like, I like the whole, I don't know, at first I was like, okay, this is like a Star Ocean 3 level plot twist and I hate it. But what they're doing, the homunculus stuff is interesting, the alchemy stuff is interesting. Where the heck did this rip-off Mythos guy come from? By the way, in case anyone doesn't know, Mythos is the main villain of Tales of Symphonia. But, where did this, like, rip-off Mythos? I do not like this kid's inclusion. I really hate when games put a villain just out of the blue. This kid was never mentioned. This kid was never... He was just disguised as these civilians we met during our adventure. Like, I hate when games just put a villain that's like, oh, yeah, here's your villain because Shadowlard's dead. I kind of wish Shadowlard was the final villain, but now Shadowlard's gone, so... We got this, like, rip-off Mythos to deal with.
Nothing I haven't done already. You see, Adol, I have everything I need from you now.
What do you mean by that?
There's still much to be done. But you will all see me again. That is, when it's time. Regrettably, I must retire for today.
Please wait, Papa!
Goodbye, Crimson King.
Also, apparently your doll's
Till next
Papa.
time.
This has a lot of mixed opinions from your boy Nova.
He disappeared.
Like, a lot.
Anyone gonna explain to me what that asshole was talking about? Hell of a person to go and die for, Shadowlord.
Credo.
Yeah, I'll say.
I can't believe we're just copies of war heroes, made by alchemy.
It is pretty wild. I do kind of hate it in some sense because I hated it in Star Ocean 3 where it's like, oh, like, none of it really mattered because your copies and your, like, simulations are similar to that. But, like, I don't know. I can be down for it. It is interesting at the same time. What I really hate is this kid Zola's inclusion. Like, just, why is he, like, either add him in the, either, like, have build up to him or just don't have him in the game at all. Like, why is he here?
I don't know what to think. There's so much to take in. Do you think it's true that we won't have to fight the Grimwald Nox anymore?
I don't know about that. There's supposed to be, like, another chapter or two at least. This is not the final chapter.
Either way, it's still too early to celebrate.
Do you know anything about this Magnum Opus, Anemona?
I am sorry. I cannot recall, but it seems familiar somehow.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna discuss what we're gonna do. I don't even know what our goal is anymore.
That's a good idea. Should we return to the city? I don't think I can handle any more surprises.
There's not much we can do here. But what should we do about those?
I guess we'll just have to leave them here. We wouldn't know what to do with them anyways.
Wait, maybe Dad knows what to do.
Oh yeah. Weren't he and Shadowlord partners? Where'd he run off to anyway?
He's not anywhere in the vicinity.
Yeah.
There's nothing else we can do right now. Let's return to the Dandelion Atoll.
I don't really know how to react, except I do...
I feel like we got more questions than answers. Yeah, but I'm happy we rescued Felix at least.
I still find it difficult to fathom that we're homunculi of the ancient heroes.
Yeah, like, I don't know. The fact that we're all homunculi, I feel like that's going a bit too far. I would have liked it if, like, if they wanted to make Adol a homunculi, sure, whatever. But, like, the fact that they're all homunculi, I don't know. Something about that doesn't really sit with me.
You still got your strings tangled? Thought you'd be glad you got your memories back.
It was still a shock, though. Yes. And perhaps if I had remembered sooner, I would have been of more use.
So what's with that kid just being her papa? Like, okay, that's just out of nowhere. Very, very mixed opinions on this.
Something's there.
Adel?
Oh, hey, I'm dying. Your sight grows dim, your breathing comes arduous, and you're unable to move.
This is just like before.
But why now?
Hang on, Adel! It seems worse this time.
Look, isn't that the same light?
There's no mistaking it. It is the light that appeared when Shadowlord faded away.
This can't be happening.
But why? Adel! You can't go! It's not fair.
This way, Crimson King! Quickly!
You're alive!
Aprilis? How are you here?
It doesn't look like a trick.
Thank goodness you're alive, because your death was one of the worst parts of the game.
Dad? What are you doing here?
You must hurry. There's not much time. Take the Crimson King over to the next room. There's also something I need all of you to do for me.
What is this place?
There's so many Aprilises. I can't believe it.
This is the place where Zola first succeeded at making a homunculus.
That's right. You're one too.
The reason Zola turned to alchemy was so he could revive me. So he could revive Saint Rosvita.
What?
I'm sure you all have many questions, but our first priority is saving the Crimson King's life.
We can save him?
What's the deal with him anyway?
Normally, homunculi are born as children. That's why all of you had proper childhoods.
That's true.
I wouldn't necessarily call them proper.
So what exactly is the... Are homunculi basically humans, except they just are created instead of actually being born from parents? Is that what it is? Because, like, the way they're talking about it, they had childhoods, they were children at one point. They basically had childhoods and they were humans, but, like, they're homunculi. So, homunculi are, like, similar to humans, except they were built, right? Or something like that? I don't know. Or they were made through alchemy, specifically. I think that's how it goes. They were just created. That's the only thing that distinguishes them from humans.
But he was an experiment to create an identical adult replica of the original.
And adult, yeah, adult, that's why there are two, probably.
And because of that, his body is unstable.
If we do nothing, then the Crimson King will disappear forever, just as Shadowlord did.
Isn't there anything we can do?
There's not enough time to create an entirely new body for him. However, there is another way.
They're gonna, like, merge the body of the other adult.